Themselves older Americans, as that I count myself as one, and convenient access to the city's senior family center, which is truly a great facility. Congratulations, Serenity Gardens, great facility. So congratulations to everybody. I finally got the message to wear my dirt shoes, and so I'm ready to turn some dirt. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations.
This is a groundbreaking at
she's very modest.
the property that was once known as Enrico Farmhouse.
In the ground and in the pipeline. It's not easy. Now, our next speaker is someone who doesn't back down when the cause is right. I recall in my time with the county a lot of meetings, but one stands out in my mind where we were in his office not too far away from here, and we were trying to get a project built for those who have some challenges in regards to neurodivergency, autism, and we were having real issues with HUD, and to some extent with our own county staff. And this person called us all in together, and he looked everybody in the eye, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said, "We're going to get this done, and it's going to happen." If he hadn't said that, if he hadn't called us in, it would not have happened. And I'm talking about Casa Familia, not in his district, over in Kendall, but truly a facility to help all residents of Miami-Dade County and in South Florida. So Commissioner Gilbert, I want to say thank you for that, because that meant a lot to me. That's who I'm going to introduce to bring up here is Commissioner and former Miami Gardens Mayor, Oliver Gilbert.
I'm so happy he paraphrased. Michael, thank you for your work in the county. Thank you for your work at the Spur-led Group. Thank you for everyone who was able to get this done. As I was sitting here, Rodney, I was actually thinking about not just this facility, but the actual vision that we talked about those years ago outside of the library. Oliver, it was that vision that said we could have senior housing, older American housing, right here next to a senior center building that didn't exist before. It was something we had to imagine and work and build into existence. It was the vision that said, hey, you know what, that performing arts center that you all are building over there, that this area deserved that type of installation. It was the vision that now has a $70 million African-American owned hotel being built. It was not just a vision for this site, it was a vision for this community. And I've been blessed. I've been blessed to be the mayor. I've been blessed to be the county commissioner. I've been blessed to work with people like Mayor Cava. You all give her another round of applause. I've been blessed to work with people like Mayor Harris and Representative Robinson and Vice Mayor Stevens and Councilwoman Julian, because I understand that it's not just me. It's us and this community. There are going to be people who are going to live in this building who won't know the struggle. Michael, they truly won't know the struggle it took to get this done. Swear though, they won't understand. But we understand, and I understand for them, and so for them, I just say thank you. I say thank you. There's a young lady here who said she wanted to be on the list. I told her she's going to be on the list. I say thank you. I thank you because you don't understand this, but you're not just helping that one person or helping those 143 residents. What you're doing is helping transform and grow a community. That's what we are here in Miami Gardens. Thank you all very much. This is a wonderful day.
Thank you, Commissioner. Now, I want to ask my friend, our friend, who you've come to know earlier this morning, and some of you have known for many years, Mr. Gross, come on up.
Mr. Lou and I have been working on this tag team routine for a little while. We pretty much got it down for most of this morning. But again, thank you. You will probably hear that more times than we think it's necessary. But again, I don't think we can say thank you enough to all of the folks who were here and who brought this to fruition at the end of the day. As I listened to the comments from the mayor, former mayor, and our commissioner, I think about leadership. And it's easy to lead when everything is just going okay. There's no waves, water still smooth. Everybody's patting you on the back and thinking that everything is hunky-dory at the end of the day. But in my mind's eye, what I have come to appreciate is real leadership is what do you do when the going gets tough? What do you do when everybody who was patting you on the back, you found out, or rubbing you on the back, you find out, was rubbing you to find a soft spot to kind of stab you in, or to figure out just how they make things just a little more of a challenge for them. True leadership is being willing to stand up in the face of all of that. And again, Mayor, Commissioner, I want to thank you guys for true leadership. Mayor Harris, who we're about to introduce and coming to the mic, I want to thank you for that leadership, that vision that you and I keep wanting to call you Congressman, but I'm gonna fix that this morning. But Commissioner, again, that vision that you had those years ago, and again the trust that you guys put in us, New Urban, to be able to help bring that vision to fruition. And along the way, when the roads got a little rocky along the way, to be able to stand with us, when maybe the lesser folk would not have at the end of the day. So if nothing else, I'm just glad y'all here to see us do this today. Mayor Harris, why don't you come to the podium again?
So this is the groundbreaking for the senior housing apartments or condos. I'm not sure which it is. Behind the senior center, right off 12th Avenue on 183rd
Thank you so much.
Street.
It has been a long journey. But from a dream to reality, that's what's being said on this poster here. From a dream to reality. Promises made, promises kept again. We have worked diligently to ensure that our seniors will have a place that they can call home that's affordable for them. And I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your commitment and dedication to this project and sticking with the project. Oliver was right. We talked about this many years ago on where we wanted to see Miami Gardens, how we wanted to see it blossom and grow. And we have turned the table. Now we have hotels coming into this community that we will benefit from. We have a performing arts center that's coming into this community that's going to bring world-class events. And our seniors now can be proud to say that they are going to have senior housing right here on the grounds of the senior center. So where they could come outside and walk right across the yard and enjoy all the programming that takes place in our senior center. So thank everyone for being a part of this. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Mayor, for standing by New Urban. And we appreciate the fact that Miami Gardens continues to grow.
Yeah.
It's growing beyond leaps and bounds. It's going to be the greatest city ever. So God bless you all. God bless Miami Gardens. And let's keep the journey going.
Thank you, Mayor Harris. Again, I would be completely remiss if I did not, in the midst of, again, all of the thank you to our partners in this whole endeavor. Michael Swerdlow and the Swerdlow Group. And I see Nicholas and Richard and Mr. Michael sort of a bunch of Raven. He's going to have some comments of his own. But again, I talked about leadership, and as this project was pressing along, and there were some hills and mountains, had an opportunity to connect with Mr. Swirlo, and immediately he said he was in. And again, I think with his leadership, his team's leadership, we were able to bring this thing to where it is at the end of the day. And so this has been a true partnership. And a true partnership is that, again, I think that it embodies when all of the members of that team, that partnership, are doing what they're supposed to do, picking up their part of the mantle and running with it. And the Swirlo Group has certainly done that. Again, I salute you. And I thank God for you. At the end of the day, Councilman Leon was supposed to join us today. He's not here. It would be remiss if we did not thank him as well. So somebody make sure you let him know that we recognize him for, again, his commitment, his support for this project. A little bit about the project. I don't know, Michael, if you're going to talk about that, but again, you know, it's 153 units. And Mayor, it's not only going to provide access to those resources that are over in the senior citizens, but contained within this project, we've got a host of amenities inside of the project. So for those that can't make it over to the senior facility, there are a number of, again, amenities here for them, including a pool at the end of the day. And so it will be probably one of the few senior facilities with a pool, walking trail, and a host of other things that we think just augments their lifestyle at the end of the day. Michael, what was this, a $73 million project? 62? All right, so I gave us another 10 million that we can use. So, but it's a $62 million project, which is a significant investment. Again, that is, again, leadership and council, the mayor and Commissioner Gilbert, you talked about again, building a community. And we at New Urban don't just see ourselves, and we think that's what distinguishes us from other just developers, is that we don't just see ourselves as developers at the end of the day. Part of that which enticed us with this project was, again, an opportunity to be a part of that community building vision. And so we see ourselves as being community builders at the end of the day. And I think, again, that this is just another pillar along the way. And so I want to be, again, would be completely remiss if I did not, again, ask my boss, my board chair, Dr. Fabian Thurston, to come to the podium and say a few words. Again, thank him for his leadership and for his entrusting our team to be able to do the things that we can do. Dr. Thurston, please.
Good morning, everyone. It's truly a privilege to be here. I first want to thank Mr. T. Willard Fair, because he was actually the individual that invited me to be on the New Urban Meet board. He was along with all of us. So I've worked with them for about 6 years now, and it's been a pleasure. I've learned a lot. Didn't know anything about development when I got started, but I know a little bit now, a little bit, just enough to be dangerous.
Yes, I'll tell you a little bit after. If you don't see the rest of the video, I'll upload it with information on this property.
Themis, CFO, and the other young ladies here that crunch the numbers that are in the office every day. Today represents more than the start of construction. It represents our commitment to providing quality, affordable, and dignified housing for seniors who have helped build and strengthen our communities. We have to remember that all of us are here because we're standing on someone's shoulders. That's important to know. This development will create a place where older adults can live safely, comfortably, and with access to modern amenities, like Oliver mentioned just now, and supportive services. I'd like to extend my sincere appreciation to our public sector partners, including the mayor, commissioners, city and county staff, whose vision, leadership, and continued support make this project possible. Public-private partnerships like this demonstrate that what can be done and what can be accomplished when we work together towards a common goal. I also want to recognize our development, I mentioned it just now, our development team, financing partners, whose expertise and dedication have helped bring this vision to a reality. Your collaboration has been invaluable throughout this whole process. As we break ground today, we are laying the foundation for more than just a building. We are creating opportunities, strengthening neighborhoods, and investing in the future and well-being of our seniors. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Thurston. And as I take my seat again, Commissioner Gilbert and I think Mayor Harris sort of alluded to, but want to again recognize the colleagues from the City of Miami Gardens, City Council, Vice Mayor Stevens. I should start calling names. I just want to ask y'all to stand and be recognized appropriately. I want to recognize my dear friend Eric Knowles, who is really supportive of the things we do for the Miami-Dade Chamber, and the dear friend of ours, he just slid out of that chair, but Dewey Knight, I would be really remiss if there he is doing what he does with the phone. Again, thank you. Our council on this deal and everything else that we worked on is Sarah Harrell. Sarah, would you just raise your hand? I saw Terry Lovell here earlier today, who is also our counsel, and Scott Osmond in the back bench, sure though who's trying to hide, but she cannot hide. Thank you so much, Mr. Lou. Thank you again, the Swerdlow Group. Thank you so much, and look forward to the ribbon cutting. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Gross. It's good to have help. Also, a quick mention for the purposes of the leadership of Miami Gardens. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, Madam City Councilwoman, you have great staff. So we want to thank the City Manager, Cameron Benson, Craig Clay, Reggie White, Alexandra Matos, the Chief Building Officer Diaz, Sonia Dickens, your City Attorney. We couldn't have done it without all of their help and cooperation. So we want to make mention for them too. Dr. Thurston, thank you for your comments. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And he has been mentioned, but he needs to be recognized and he needs to be up here so that people can see who the heck is this guy, Nathan Kogan, the director of HCD. Director Kogan, please.
I can tell you, development is very hard. It is not for the faint. I know this project started about 8 years ago, and it was kind of like a lawnmower. It just needed a couple of those pulls. I really thank the development team for taking the time and really putting in the effort. We know there's a major capital stack. It's not just bricks and mortar, but there's funding, lots of different funding. There's probably, 5-6 levels of funding for this project. One of them is with Miami-Dade County Community Development with the surtax dollars. So I'd like to thank and I want to recognize our community development team for your efforts and your ongoing mission for affordable housing. So if we just stand for 1 second so we can embarrass you. And of course to say Congressman Gilberts and Madame Mayor, not only are you both have been advocates for housing, but it's not just housing, it's policies that help housing, the land use policies. And I know Commissioner Gilbert, you started early on with the smart corridors and the RTZs, and Madame Mayor looking at the urban centers. And I can tell you this, there are projects that are building more units than they would normally have built without those policies. So it's a holistic approach that these elected officials have, and a holistic and intelligent look at governance. So I truly thank both of you for those considerations because this makes the county better. It enables the development community to be more strategic and do better projects such as these. I'd like to thank you very much. And finally, this project serves a wide range of incomes from extremely low to moderate. The best subsidy, and we can all agree on this, is
Yes, he did.
project-based vouchers. And this project has vouchers given by the county.
He's not the
but
first
they're
person to do it.
funded by the federal government. They're funded by HUD. And this is a message to you, sir. We are underfunded nationally with project-based vouchers. And we continue to advocate, and we have the development community, we have our elected officials, and bureaucrats like myself, and we need to push for project-based vouchers. They are the economic tool for housing in this community. And they have been responsibly used in projects such as these, and we need them to fund those crucial units. So I'll leave it off at that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kogan. Great message for those in Washington. Now, before I bring up our final speaker, who almost needs no introduction at all, but he will be introduced, I do want to recognize folks before everybody leaves, other people who have been part of this journey. We have J.P. Morgan here, John Ledesma, who works with the Tammy Hillock Moore. They're providing the debt. We have Santander Bank that bought the tax credits. We appreciate their involvement, and the tax credit syndicator, Redstone Partners Equity folks. We already mentioned a number of lawyers, and I would almost say too many lawyers, but they've all been great, okay? From Terry Lovell to Sarah Barley Harold to Rich Swirlo, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you very much. I want to thank our general contractor, A&F, for moving so quickly once we got all the permits that we needed. Thank you very much. I want to thank our architects, Architectonica and Modus. Modus is here, thank you very much. The CFOs from our respective organizations that have been mentioned, Themis and Chakalos and Scott Osmond. And just a couple other names that you may not hear very often. Steve McBride, who's a key player in SG Holdings. He makes sure that the numbers are right in terms of costs. And the project manager that we secured for this project, Jose Viana. Great job. Thank you, Jose. The person who's going to wind things up, and he always does things with a bang. And I can tell you, people on county commissions, city commissions, city council meetings, all know this guy. When they see him walking up, they smile. You know, they smile. Because they know he speaks wisdom and he speaks to the point. I respect him so much. He's our leader, Michael Swerble.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. I think the main thing that we accomplished between meeting with Oliver to start this partnership and now is that we understand what has to be done in Miami Gardens to make that code work for affordable housing. And the city has bent over backwards and actually cooperated and in many ways their zoning was not set up to deal with affordable housing. However, we passed that hurdle, and I think it's going to redound to the city's great success. I want to thank you all for coming. All I really did was sign a construction note, which is something you don't want to do. However, I'm confident in that construction team, and our budgets, everything's going to be fine. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Hello. He, I think, was the developer, that man that just came up. So I don't know if they're gonna do the
I also want to mention that unfortunately, one of our other key players in the SG Holdings team is Stephen Garchik. He couldn't make it, but he also, along with Michael, is very important in signing a lot of the checks and guarantees that make these projects work. Now we're going to end up with our groundbreaking shovels here, and we'd like Mayor Daniela Levine Cava, Commissioner Gilbert.
This particular
Mayor Harris,
property had
Vice Mayor
a
Stevens,
historic house on it,
Oliver
and
Gross.
I've been trying to save that house. The house would have turned 100 years old. It would have been the oldest house here in the city of Miami Gardens. It was the Enrico Dairy Farm, and the city really pushed to get rid of the house. They could have kept the house and still build this facility, but they were intent on tearing down the house, and they did. Without anyone, seeing it. I happened to be by and I saw them tearing it down. So I'll do a little afterwards about this house, and I will ask the mayor if she's aware that this was this property had a historic home on it. That's on the Miami-Dade County Historic House. It's a whole story with this house, but nonetheless, their goal is not. They're supposed to be housing on that property where the senior facility is, but that didn't take place and then they came up with this thing here. So I come to these things to document and ask questions. And ask the people who are here, do they know the history of this land? Because where that guy is right there, that's where the house was located. That's where the house is located, right there. So they had more than enough Oh, okay. Because I have the historic history on the house, but if you can give me any more information, that'd be great. I'm still going to talk about the house. I don't care.
All right, here we go. You're looking forward. We're going to do this more than once. Forward. Look at him first. Grab a little bit of sand. Hold it. All right, I'm going to walk forward, guys. Ready? 1, 2. Beautiful shot, guys. Let's do one more. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. Just grab those shovels. Grab a little bit of dirt. And remember, don't throw it at us, just throw it down at him, okay? Alright. And after 3. After 3. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. Let's do one more time. One more time. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. And perfect, guys. Yes, sir. One more time. Let's go try to hit it. And 3, 1, 2, and
Yeah, they know. I had someone when I was walking in. They're like, Christine, okay, don't make any problems. I said, I never make any problems. I tell the truth, and they have never refuted anything I've said because I've always stated the truth. That's facts. So it is the truth that the city could have saved the home. It is the truth that the city actively pursued not to have this home saved. It is the truth that this home, which is built in 1925, 1926, housed the Enrico Farmhouse here. All of this property going way back here, all of this, they could have still built their apartments. That house is right there, right? Right where that blue, I don't know, whatever this thing is, truck is. They could have saved this house. They actively fought against it, did not say anything in terms of the community, letting the community, I've asked questions, sent emails, and so forth, went to the county's historic advisory meeting, went to the city's, what do you call it? The unobstruction board or whatever it's called. I went there myself. I had other residents. I have Christine Rupp from Dade Heritage, went down to the county, Sarah Cody, and that whole advisory board advised not to tear down this home. That's what they advised. Do not tear down the home. So when they say they got a little hiccup, I'm sure we were probably the hiccup they weren't expecting, because they weren't expecting us at that county meeting. I'll just tell you that. They absolutely weren't expecting us. So when they got up to say, hey, we're speaking to about the Enrico Farmhouse, and when I stood up, I know they were surprised. Wait a minute, there are people here to speak? Yes, we're here to speak on it. So as they stand there and they laugh and they smile, remember the history that they tear down, they could have preserved. They could have preserved this home. They actively fought against it. 8 years. And unfortunately, that home was not designated prior to, or else we probably would have been able to save it. And so when I am on the Historic Advisory Board, and when I tell residents, please attend these meetings, right? I'm glad that the event last night with Hilo News, there were residents there, but we need more than just that. We need people to show up to these city council meetings. We need people to show up to advisory board meetings. We need people to show up to this the council members meetings. We need people to do all of those things and speak up and speak out when they see these types of things happening in their community. Because guess what's going to happen? This is 12th Avenue right here. For all those people who are now saying, oh, but we're going to have all of this traffic. Where were you when all of this was going down and all of this information was being put out? You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that I want people to understand. When I post agendas, city council agendas, whenever they have the meetings, I want you to look at the agendas. I want you to pay attention to what's on the agenda. That last agenda that had the item on there was an add-on item, right? To rename a building that hasn't even been built. Yeah, it was put on at the very last minute. So a lot of residents were not aware. That is something that needs to be highlighted. That needs to be told. So the people who say that they represent you, do they really represent you, or do they represent the big corporations? Because everyone was real quick and fast to show up to these events and highlight all of these other people and all the names. I'm going to look up all the names that were noted today. But when residents were asking questions about this building, about this structure, no one was talking about the fact that this home was here 100 years. It was a dairy farm. Sam Enrico and his wife Maria came from Italy, right? Came from Italy, lived in Michigan, moved down from Michigan, came down to this area here. When they came to this area here, they had a few Jersey cows, not a lot, but a few. And they turned it not only from a dairy farm, but they had black grapes, they had mangoes, they had all of these different types of fruits here. And guess what? The folks who lived in Bunch Park, which was built in the late 40s for Black World War II veteran families, they got their milk from this dairy farm. I asked, there are a few people who were children at that time who are alive today that remember getting dairy milk from this dairy farm. Now, they could not come on this side because, again, segregation, but that is what it is. So let's go in here and see what's going on, who's here. And I probably can't get to Mayor Kava right now, but I'll try. There's a lot of people around her. Because I will ask, did she know that this area was the Enrico Farmhouse? I need to see some information. Where can we get some information about this? Where's this guy? I'll ask. Oh, here. Oh, is it there? Mr. White, I have a question. Hi, how are you? Christine. You've probably seen me at city council meeting a couple times.
Oh, yes, I have seen you.
I'm there.
I know your voice.
Okay, I've paid to come Miami Gardens now. So, where can we find information about this Serenity Gardens in terms of, the size, like what because he said amenities, but he kind of just glossed over it.
I can send you that information personally, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my card.
Message
me, just put who you are, and I'll get it to you. But it's 153 units. They're gonna have a pool. They're gonna have like amenity rooms for the seniors as well.
Okay.
They're gonna have some like landscaping, kind of like sitting areas outside.
So let me ask you a question. The Enrico Farmhouse that was there. When, because, I fought to try to save that home. I know it's torn down, so I got some feelings. However, I was told that maybe there was a possibility of maybe a pergola or something that would be made, to memorialize that home. What is the status of that?
There is a pergola in a sitting area.
Okay.
That's going to be for the residents and memorial type of thing.
So will they say something in terms of Enrico Farmhouse? I'm just curious. I don't know.
I can get those details for you.
Okay,
but we did tell them to put some type of pergola in memory.
Okay, because, I fought for that house now, so.
Are you close by in the community?
I live in Brentwood.
Okay.
I walk around all the time, so they know. Trust me, they know me over there.
The hope is, they put the project at a 2-year, but the hope is it's going to be done before that. More like 18 months. That's
so how far back does this property go? Is this going to be close to the turnpike, or what's the situation? I'm just curious.
The entire property won't be built, so there is going to be an area that's going to be like trees and stuff.
Oh, so just a buffer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here, you got residential community here. You're going to have a wall here.
Okay. Okay. So it's not going to be close. Is it going to be close to the wall? How tall is it anyway? I'm nosy.
8 stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The picture's right there.
Yeah, but
I know, but I know.
Yeah, there's a picture. I don't know. In my head, it looks smaller than it probably is. Right. All right, since I got you here, I already asked the city manager, but I'll ask you in terms of the city center. What's the status on that? Because I get a lot of questions about that. I got a question this morning as well.
The city center?
Yeah. What's going on with that?
Well, right now we're trying to focus on Marriott and see if they can get going.
Okay.
So we basically it's on them. Unfortunately, a lot of people ask us, but it's not really on us. We're ready for them to go forward. We're waiting on the developers and the applicants to do what they need to do.
Okay.
So we hope this year we get something from them and they can start the process.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
From planning and zoning, just so you know, from the site plan review process.
Right. Okay.
The design.
Yeah, because I know they did a groundbreaking and everything, and I'm just like, I requested information from the mayor. The city manager last week, but since you're standing here, I might as well ask.
So we hope we get some traction soon, but the key is we're trying to get that Marriott up, because once the Marriott comes up,
then
that
everybody
will attract a lot of developers and other people to invest.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you so much.
Yep. You need information, submit email.
I will. Thanks. All right. So there you go. Yeah, it's a senior. Here's the thing: when they built that senior, the senior family center, that's what was supposed to be there, was the senior housing, and that didn't happen. So that senior family center, actually, if you've ever been there where they play like cards outside, that was supposed to be the swimming pool, because I actually went to that groundbreaking. That was actually my very, very first like coverage, if you will, of that, you know, Miami Gardens. And there you go. You want something? Put that back on so you can put it on, because who's gonna hold the stuff for you? Or what? No, put that on so we can just, yeah. So I will, like I said, I already sent the information to the city manager, and I will. I requested that. So once he gives that to me, then I will send you guys this information. This gentleman I was speaking to, his name is Reginald White. He's planning and zoning, and so. You want to get something? All right, so that's it. So this is going to upload right now. Bye.